Hello.
Hello. Hello, Sabrina.
Comment ça va? How are you?
Thank you. Ça va? Oui. Et vous, ça va?
Good, thank you. Hi, Abu. How are you?
Bonsoir Sabrina, how about you?
Good, thank you. So we are starting. Please take picture of the reading. We are going to do reading today. Today is an upper intermediate class, and this is your English class with Sabrina. Today we are going to do reading and comprehension and speaking. Take picture because maybe I will stop sharing so that you have the reading. So I'm going to make it small so that you can take a full picture. Okay, so now I think you can take screenshot, take picture or screenshot of the page, because maybe I will stop the sharing in a while. I need the listening. Okay, all right, so we are going to start, and we have a picture. Look at the pictures. It is saying, look at the pictures and read the title. So Aisha, can you read the title, please? Le titre, the title.
Yes. Lost and found.
Yes, lost and found. What is the verb from the past simple or past participle, lost? What is the infinitive?
To find.
Yeah, found is to find. And lost is?
To lost, no?
To lose.
L-O-S-E.
To lose.
To lose,
right?
yes.
Lost and found. You are welcome. So this is a picture and this is a title. What do you think happened to Saru Biryal? This, I think he is an Indian. He is Indian. How old do you think he is now? Discuss with a partner. So when we say lost and found, what is the idea? What can we think about? Lost and found.
Ma'am, I think he's lost and someone found him.
Found him? Okay, maybe this is the story. We will see. Okay, so Tasmia, can you take picture? Because maybe I will stop the sharing. I want you to take picture of the reading. Please take picture. Take picture of this. Or it is page, which page is this? It is page 11 on the book, upper intermediate. All right, so I am going to play the listening. Cover the text and listen to some of the things that Saru says about his story. Answer the questions. So we have questions. Can you read the questions, Aisha? Les questions, can you read them, please?
Yes. Where did Saru fall asleep?
All right. What does it mean to fall asleep, guys? I fell asleep. To fall asleep. What does it mean?
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, hi, Kazi. Kazi, do you have, I hope you're doing well. Do you know what does it mean to fall asleep? To fall asleep.
For asleep. Fall asleep. Teacher, it means when a person or when a child or anyone become in deep sleep.
Is it conscious or unconscious?
It is unconscious.
Yes, that's correct. It is when someone sleeps but unconsciously. So for example, he is watching a movie, or he is, I don't know, he is writing, and because he is so tired, he falls asleep. So in French, it is in the chat, s'endormir, I think. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's correct. The second question, Aisha, second question.
How old was he?
Yes, when this happened, how old was he? Number 3.
Why was he scared? Which
Scared.
city was he in? Scared. Scared.
Yes.
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 Why was he scared? Which city was he in?
Yes. Scared. What does it mean to be scared?
Our per.
Yeah.
No, teacher, it means that to become afraid, of something or something, anything else.
Yes, correct. Abu said the synonym in French. I will write it in the chat. To be afraid of something. Yeah. So scared. You can read the translation, but it is to be afraid of, avoir peur, or to be afraid of something. Okay. Number 4. Sorry. Number 4. Yeah.
Four. Yes, 4.
Go ahead, Aisha.
Okay. How do you think he ended up in Australia?
Yes, this is again another expression, to end up somewhere. How did you think, or do you think he ended up? To end up is a verb. What does it mean to end up somewhere?
Yes, to be found in a place that you are not supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. To end up somewhere is to find yourself somewhere where you were not supposed to be, or you didn't wanted to be there. Se retrouver quelque part, to end up somewhere, to find yourself somewhere. Hold on, I am writing this. Yourself somewhere you were not supposed to be, or you didn't have an idea you would be there. Okay, number 5.
Okay. What do you think is in significance of 14 hours and 1 kilometer 200?
Yes, 1,200.
1,200
Exactly.
kilometers.
What is the significance? What does it mean, the significance?
The meaning.
Excellent. The meaning. The significance means the meaning. The significance. The meaning. Okay. So 14 hours and 1,200 kilometers have a significance. It has a meaning. We will understand when we read the text. Number 7.
6.
Oh, 6. Sorry. Yes, 6.
Yes. I zoomed down and bang the waterfall where I used it to play. How did he zoom down? What did he find?
Okay, I zoomed down. To zoom, I think this is a very a word that is used in technology to zoom on something. For example, now you have my screen shared. If you want to see bigger, you can zoom on it, make it bigger. Okay, you can zoom. If your screen is tactile, you can touch and zoom. Otherwise, I don't know, with the mouse, like this one, you can zoom. So zooming down and bang is like wow, like something happened, and bang, the waterfall. What does it mean, a waterfall?
Teacher, it means like a fountain.
Absolutely, yeah, it's like a fountain, and water is falling, water is falling. All right, I used to play. Okay, so this is the question. How did he zoom down and what did he find? Number 7.
Why didn't he recognize his mother at first?
Yes, to recognize. What does it mean to recognize someone?
Teacher, it means to recognize, means to resonance something.
To recognize your mother, to recognize a person. What does it mean?
Recognize, to understand or to
know.
To remember. It's to remember.
Yes.
So when you see your mother, you are supposed, for example, you haven't seen your mother for 1 year. After you see her again, you are supposed to recognize her. It means to know, to remember that this person is your mother. Okay. Aisha, do you understand what is to recognize? Reconnaître, recognize.
Yes, j'ai compris. Très bien, merci.
All right.
Okay.
And number 8.
8. What did his mother do? What couldn't she do?
All right. So his mother did something. What is it? And his mother couldn't do something. There is something she couldn't do. What is it? All right. So these are 8 questions. We are going to listen. Bring a pen and a paper, please. A pen and a paper. And you are going to write down, hopefully, the answers for those questions. So it is 1.8. Let me see this on your book. Upper intermediate, all right.
Tape script 2.5. Tape script 1.13. 1. Tape script 1.8.
Okay, this
Lost and found. It was late at night. We got off the train and I was so tired that I just sat down at the train station and I ended up falling asleep. It was a very scary place to be. I don't think any mother or father would like to have their 5-year-old wandering around alone in the slums and train stations of Calcutta. I was scared. I didn't know where I was. I accepted that I was lost and that I couldn't find my way back home, so I thought it was great that I was going to Australia. I multiplied the time I was on the train, about 14 hours, with the speed of Indian trains, and I came up with a rough distance, about 1,200 kilometres. When I found it, I zoomed down and bang, the waterfall where I used to play. The last time I saw her, she was 34 years old and a pretty lady. I'd forgotten that age would get the better of her, but then I recognised her and I said, "Yes, you are my mother." She grabbed my hand and took me into her house. She couldn't say anything to me. She had a bit of trouble grasping that her son, after 25 years, had returned. She had long feared I was dead. You see, a month after I'd disappeared, my brother was found in 2 pieces on a railway track. We were extremely close, and when I left my mother, I was heartbroken, knowing that my older brother had passed away.
Okay. I think we need to answer now. So the first question, what is the answer, please? Can't I do it here? Okay.
He slept in a station.
Yes, exactly, correct. He fell asleep. If you say he sleep, Aisha, it means he consciously slept. However, he fell asleep. It is not conscious. It is unconscious. It's like dormir et s'endormir. When you sleep, like, okay, you prepare yourself, you know that it's time for you to sleep. But when you when you fall asleep, it's different. Falling is the verb. Asleep is an adjective. So to fall asleep.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, dear. So, yes, so the answer is correct. He fell asleep at the station. Next question. How old was he?
34.
No, when this happened, not now. Now he is 34. When it happened to him,
5 years old.
yes, he was 5 years old. Okay. Next question was, where was he? Where was he? Number 3. What is the answer?
Calcutta.
Teacher,
Calcutta.
the city will be Calcutta.
Yes, the city is Calcutta.
And why was he scared?
Wait a second. The answer is not complete. He said he was in the city of Calcutta, but somewhere. He said a word that is slums, the slums of Calcutta. What does it mean, the word slums? It's very used in the American language. American language. I live in the slums.
Teacher, it means the slums means the people who used to live beside the road or in the road, or the basically the people who are lower class people or the lower level people. They basically stays into the roadside. Okay, in the roadside, not the riverside. The riverside is called another, but the people who used to live in the roadside is called the slums.
Do you see my screen?
And also very poor pupils, like
Poor people, right? And they live in poverty. They live in poverty.
There's a poverty.
Do you see my screen? Can you see the picture?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is slums. These are slums. So as you have said, poor people, they live in slums. Or if you have heard ghetto, we have also the word ghetto. Ghettos and slums are the same, the ghetto. And there are some songs in the American rap. I don't know if you are American rap. Tupac, I don't know if you know the singer Tupac. In his songs, he speaks about, generally speaking, rap music, they always speak about the bad conditions of Black people in America, and it always goes to slums and ghettos. So this is slums. So he found himself in the city of Calcutta on the train station in the slums. This was the correct answer. Let us check the following one. Number 4. Number 4, it's up to you. It doesn't have one answer. What do you think? Question number 4. How do you think he ended up in Australia? How did he end up in Australia? How did he go to Australia? He was in the train. He got up in the slums. What story can we make up? Actually, it's personal imagination. What do you think?
I think he found some people, some tourists from Australia, and they adopt him. I think so.
Okay, this is not bad. It's good imagination. What else? So Tasmia thinks that a family adopted him from Calcutta to Australia. Yes, maybe.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no other answer. Okay, number 5. Oh, this is actually
Ma'am, he go there for, I think, ma'am, he can go there for his work as well. For doing work as well.
Oh, he could have gone to Australia to work. Yes, but
Yes.
he was 5 years old. It's a child. How can a child go to Australia? Anyway, we will see. When we read the story, we will see. Question number 5. What is the meaning of the number 1,200 kilometer and what else? Hold on a second. Yes, and 14 hours. What do you think the answer is? How could he find his city later when he grew up? Because this child, he grew up, he became a man, he's 35 years old, he's living in Australia, and he could find his town or the town of his parents. What calculation? This is mathematics. What calculation or mathematics did he do to find his town?
Teacher, I think that for searching the Google map.
Yes. No, but he didn't have the coordinates and he didn't have the name of his city. But he knew that the train was walking at a speed of 1,200 and that the distance from the place where he got on the train till the place when he went off the train is 14 hours.
I think that there was a milestone in the station.
So he counted the distance, right?
He counted the distance and there was a milestone. I think there was a milestone.
Actually, this is what he said. He said, I counted the distance. So he traveled 14 hours. So he did a map or we can, let me show you a picture. You know, arrow, what does it mean, an arrow? Let me go to Google and show you how we can do this. Okay, let me go and share now my Google image and you will understand. Do you see the picture?
No.
No.
Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now do you see this middle point here, white, and this is called an arrow, donc un rayon, an arrow. So he counted that from the point of departure to the point of arrival, there is 14 hours. The train traveled 14 hours. So he tried to find places that are 14 hours from the point of departure. And there was something special. The thing that was special is the fountain, the waterfall. So he kept looking, and when he found the waterfall, he remembered that in his town, there was a waterfall. So he was, oh, bang, this is my town. Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome. Aisha, did you understand?
Yes, I understand. Yes, thank you.
Très bien. C'est par le rayon, la distance.
Yes,
Distance and
yes.
okay. All right, great guys. Next question was number 6. How did he do this? It's clear we did it. We said it. He was using Google Earth. Yeah, arrow, as you said, arrow, Google Earth, and zooming down. So he was zooming to an arrow of 14 hours from the point of departure of the train till the point of arrival. And he found the area where he was living as a child, thanks to the waterfall. Number 7, when he saw his mother, when he met his mother, did he recognize her?
Yes, ma'am. He was, yes, he recognized her. Yes, last time he told that, yes, I found my mother. Yes, my mother came.
Yes. Did she look the same or did she look different?
Different.
Yes.
Different.
Different,
Yes.
ma'am.
She looked a bit different, a bit older, he said. She looked a lot older than he remembered. So because the image of his mother in his head was the image of a 35 years old woman. And when he met her, he was actually 35 years old. So his mother was like 70 or 75 years old. That's why she looked a lot older than what he remembered. But he recognized her. Number 8. Question number 8. What did his mother do? What couldn't she do? So when he met his mother, what did his mother do?
Kept his hand.
Yes, correct. She took his hand. She held his hand. She took his hand and invited him into her house. Maybe he knocked on the door. She opened the door and said to him, come in. And she took his hand. What she couldn't do, because maybe she was shocked, she couldn't say anything to him. You know what does it mean that your mother doesn't see you for 30 years? It's really something big. So she couldn't say anything. She was shocked. That's it. Those were the questions. This is the reading here. I don't know if you can see. Hold on a second. I don't think I am sharing my. I'm sharing my Google. It's always like this. It sucks. This Zoom really. When I share something, then it disappeared. I need to share again. Oh my God! I need to figure out a way how to play with this. Anyway, so here we have the text, okay? And the second activity is read Saru's full story. We need to read it. Are these statements true or false? Correct the false ones. So before reading the story, I need someone to read the statements. Statements means sentences. Who can read the sentences or the statements?
Ma'am, can I read?
Go ahead.
Okay. Saru Brierley was only 5 years old.
Hold on a second.
When-
It's not the text. Hold on a second. Well, I'm not reading the text. We are reading the statements. I mean the questions here. Number 3. Those ones. False or true. Number 1. Saru and his brother. Can you read this?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, number 1 is Saru and his brother both had jobs cleaning the trains.
Thank you. So is this true or false? We will see. Number 2, Kazi, number 2.
Saru fell asleep at the station in Calcutta.
Calcutta. Okay. Number 3.
He lived on the streets and continued to work on the trains.
Thank you. Number 4.
He was given food and shelter by a man.
Number 5.
He was adopted from an orphanage by an Australian family.
Thank you. What does it mean, an orphanage?
Orphanage means the child who doesn't have his father and mother.
Child without parents.
Without parents or without parents.
Hold on a second. An orphan is the person.
Orphanage. Oh, it's like orphan. It's a place, like a place or home.
Yes, it's the place. Yes, that's correct. It's the place where we put orphans. Thank you. Number 6.
He had a happy childhood in Tasmania.
Thank you. Number 7.
When he found his hometown, his mother was still living in the family home.
Thank you. Number 8.
He moved back to live with his birth family.
Thank you. All right. Now we are going to read the text. Who can read the first part of the text? Who would like to read?
Ma'am, can I read?
Hold on. You will read maybe the second part because you have read the questions.
Okay.
So who asked me actually? Tasmia or Shalom?
Shalom.
Yeah, Shalom. Okay, go ahead. Hold on a second, Shalom. I have never met you before. Where are you from?
I'm from Ethiopia, but I'm currently living in USA.
Nice to meet you. I am friend with you on Facebook Messenger.
Yes, we chat sometimes.
Okay, text me a message so that I recognize your face. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. But I'm sorry I'm late when I'm joining you.
Never mind. It's okay. Go ahead.
Saru Brierley was only 5 years old when he got lost. He was working with his older brother as a sweeper on Indian trains. Together, they traveled hundreds of miles up and down the vast network. Can I continue?
Yes, go ahead.
It was late at night. We got off the train and I was so tired that I just sat down at the train station and I ended up falling asleep. That fateful nap would determine the rest of his life. He thought his brother would come back for him, but when he woke up, the brother was nowhere to be seen. There was a train in front of him. Perhaps his brother was on board. He got on it to look for him. However, Saru did not meet his brother on the train. And
Continue.
instead, can I continue or?
Continue this paragraph, please.
Oh, okay. Instead, the screen is moving. That's why I'm sorry.
Yeah, I stopped it. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Instead, he fell asleep again, and when he woke up 14 hours later, he had a terrible shock. There were hordes of people pushing, rushing, speaking in unfamiliar tongue. He had arrived in Calcutta, India's third biggest city and notorious for its Islam. He was nearly 1,050 kilometers, 930 miles from his home. Soon he was sleeping rough. Sorry.
Thank you. Now we are going to explain the difficult word. So from the word Saru till the word sleeping rough, what words are difficult for you? Write in the chat, please. What word do you want me to explain? So sweeper, yes, Tasmia. To sweep is a cleaner of a house. When they want to take the dust out of a carpet or out of the house, they sweep it. Let me show you a picture, Tasmia, to let you understand. Sweeper. Okay, now I can share. Oh my gosh. All right, can you see it? Can you see what is a sweeper?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, welcome. Let me see other words. Fateful nap. Oh, a nap. A nap, I am sure you know what is a nap. A nap. Do you have an idea? I had a nap.
I think,
Yes.
ma'am, that's synonymous to sleep.
Yeah, a nap is a kind of a sleep also, yes, of course, in the mid of the day. But fateful is when you are very tired, really tired, and then you have this nap, like you cannot resist the sleep, okay, because of tiredness. What else?
No, ma'am, it means the nap means like a light refreshment.
Okay.
For a light refreshment or a slight sleep, not at the night, but at the afternoon or noon.
It's short sleeping to get refreshment.
Yeah. Okay. So what else? Other words that you couldn't understand? Hordes of people. Hordes of people. Do you know what does it mean? Okay. Big amounts of people. Sleeping rough. Sleeping rough. What does it mean, the word rough? Roughly.
Uncomfortable.
It means, ma'am, it means rudely, to behave with someone rudely or quite in a worst way.
Yes. Rudely is roughly. It means tense. Sleeping tense. Blah 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 blah. The rest of his life, he thought his brother would come back when he woke up. Okay, that's all. Any other words, expressions? Everything is okay apart from this. Okay, all right.
No, ma'am, no question.
Okay. Now we continue. Who would like to read the other part of the text? Who would like to read the second part of the text?
Ma'am, I want to.
Go ahead. It was a very scary place. Start from here. Oh, I think you can't see the text. I'm sorry. Okay, we go ahead. Can you see the text?
Yes, ma'am.
Go
It
ahead.
was a very scary place to be. I don't think any mother or father would like to have their 5-year-old wandering around alone in the slums and train stations of Calcutta. I was scared. I didn't know where I was. The little boy learned to fend for himself. He became a beggar, one of the many children begging on the streets of the city. Once he was approached by a man who promised him food and shelter, but Saru had learned to be suspicious of such people and ran away. In the end, he was taken in by an orphanage and put up for adoption. He was adopted by the Burleys, a couple from Tasmania, Australia. I accepted that I was lost and that I could not find my way back home. So I thought it was great that I was going to Australia. That's
Thank
all,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you. So I
Wow,
don't know.
fascinating. It was fascinating.
Yes, it's a short way to go abroad. I don't know who made the suggestion that he was adopted, but whoever made it, you were correct. You were correct with this suggestion. So any difficult words, difficult expressions for this part?
Ma'am,
the
fend
chat.
for himself. Fend for himself.
To fend for myself, to fend for oneself is to rely on yourself through something, to find your way through. It means to rely on yourself. You cannot rely on any other person. Learn to rely on yourself. What else? Any other word?
Ma'am, put up for.
Yeah, so he was taken by an orphanage and put up for adoption. So when you put someone you for adoption, you put it in this family, you give it to this family to adopt him or her. What
Can we
else?
say belong to their family?
Belong? No, it doesn't belong. He was brought up. We can say brought up. To bring up someone is to make him become old. You take someone as a baby or as a child and you bring him up. Or I was brought up by this family. It means I was grown up by them, or they helped me to grow up. They fed me, they educated me. But belong is something else. I belong somewhere. It means this is my place.
Fine.
It's about feeling. Yes, thank you.
Fine.
Any
And
other?
I have, yes. And what is it? Hordes of people.
Oh, hordes of people, lots of people. Lots, big quantity.
Fine. And sleeping rough.
Or it can be said a massive amount of people.
Yes, massive amount. But sleeping rough is sleeping too much.
Sleeping rough.
Hard. Sleeping hard. It means when you are very tired and then you sleep rough. It means it's not a light sleep. It's a rough sleep. Okay, guys. So now we need to answer the questions now. False or true? Number 1, Saru and his brother both had jobs cleaning the trains. Or look, I give you 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Think about this, true or false, and we start. Okay, you have 3 to 5 minutes. Take a picture because I am going to stop sharing. Take picture of the questions, please. I will stop sharing my screen if you want. Number 1 is true. Number 2.
It's true. In the chat. Okay.
Number 2 is not true. Saru fell asleep at the station in Calcutta. Saru got up. He got up at the station in Calcutta, but when he fell asleep, he was not there yet. So actually, I'm not sure where he fell asleep, because when you read the text, it's not clear. They don't tell us where he fell asleep, but they tell us that he got up in the station in Calcutta. Number 3, he lived on the streets and continued to work on the trains. Is it true? Number 3.
Yes, true.
Oh, really? Did he work on the train, or did he do another job?
It's false.
False. What was the job he was doing?
Yes,
Actually, I don't know if it was clearly said, and I don't know if you know the word beggar. Do you know what does it mean? What does it mean to beg?
yes,
Or a beggar?
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
yes.
Beggar
who
means
takes money from
the
people.
person who beg alms to a person to person. I can
Ask
write in the
money.
chat box. I can write in the chat box.
Okay, thank you. So a beggar is someone who asks money from people. You ask money from people. La mendiance, mendiant, beggar, you ask money from people. So he became a beggar. Okay, he didn't continue working on the train. It's false. And then you have number 4. He was given food and shelter by a man. Is it correct?
No,
No, it's false. What is the correct answer?
he gives food and shelter by orphanage.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
That's correct. Then number 5, he was adopted by what? By an orphanage, by an Australian, from an orphanage by an Australian family. Is it correct?
Yes,
Correct. Yes, correct.
Okay. True. Number 6. Number 6. He had a happy childhood in Tasmania. We assume it's correct. It was not clearly said, but we assume he was happy in Tasmania, by the way, because he was happy returning back home. And I think children are always happy in their town home. Number 7, when he found himself hometown, his mother was still living in the family home. Is it correct or not?
Yes.
No. His family had already moved when, let me share with you the PDF so that you can see the correct answer. When he returned back home, his mother was or had moved from look here. He was adopted. I couldn't find my way back home. I thought it was, where is it?
Ma'am, in the third para, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 5 and 6 line. Number 5 and 6 line in the third para. No, ma'am, not in the first. This
Second.
is the first. No.
This one.
Yeah. This one in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then he was taken in by an orphanage and put out for adoption. He was adopted by the Brierleys, a couple from Tasmania, Australia.
Yes, that's correct. But we are doing we did it. We are doing number 7. When he found his hometown, his mother. We need to speak about his mother. His mother was still living or not in the family home. It means with his grandmother and grandfather. I am looking for this answer. This question is a bit weird. I don't see the answer in the text. Drop it.
Yes, ma'am. I think the answer of this question is not mentioned in here.
If you find the line for this question, let me know, but I don't see it. Anyway, we go to number 8. He moved back to live with his birth family. So does the text tell us if he moved back to live in Katuka or he continued living in Australia?
The passage not tell us about that, but I don't think so. He's back to live with his birth family. But
exactly. Yes, you are right. Me neither. The last paragraph says, I thought it was great that I was going to Australia. So if someone thinks that it's great that he is in Australia and taken into consideration the conditions he and his family were living in, I think that he liked it in Australia, and actually now he is 35 years old and he is still in Australia, which means he didn't go back to Tasmania. Yes, correct. Now what we can do, guys, at home, you have a homework. You need to answer those questions. 1, 2, 3. Would Saru be happy living back in his hometown? This is a supposition. It means if he went back, if he would have gone back to his hometown and didn't stay in Australia, do you think he would be happy? Why not? This is the first question. The second question, why would his story make a good film? So this is actually, if we in the film industry, if we make a film with this story, why would it be good, or would it be good? That's the question. Do you think we can do a film with this story? That's the question. And number 3, who in your class has ever used Google Earth? What for? Okay, this is question for you. You can answer me in the chat. Have you ever used Google Earth? What for?
Ma'am, is the Google Earth an app or something else?
Yes, it's an app. You can download it if you have Android. You can download it on Apple blah blah or Apple Store.
In the Play Store. In the Play Store.
Play Store.
Google Play Store.
Yes, Google Play Store or Apple Store on iPhones. And let me show you Google Earth on the computer. Google Earth. It's a very helpful application because actually you can find every single place in the world as long as it is on Google Earth. Let me show you.
Ma'am, I have got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. So this is Google Earth. You can read here about the presentation. You can check. So if we do like this, we will have a 3D, I think, picture. It's downloading. It is an app that needs a lot of internet. It consumes a lot of internet because Google Earth is so here it is searching once, and then you can go to USA. You can go to where is your country, Kazi? Let me see your country. Let me check your country. What is your country?
Ma'am, my country is Bangladesh, capital city Dhaka, and capital city Dhaka, and I live. Can I put my the location in here? Can I say the location?
Dhaka. So text me
Dhaka,
your text. Look, now we are in Dhaka on Google Earth, of course. We are in your city.
In Dhaka, ma'am. In Dhaka at Kilgaon. At Kilgaon.
Write this in the chat, please. Write this in the chat.
Yeah, in Gulshan, then Kilgaon. Yeah, in here in Kilgaon, Badda. Yeah. In this is our airport, ma'am. the international airport, and this is our international airport. Yeah, it is situated in Dhaka.
Thank you. The others, can you write your address? I will find it on Google Earth.
Should I write my address?
No, not you. The others. The others. Can you write your city and your country?
Okay, ma'am. You can ask to my another mate, my another friend, the Tasmia. She will provide the address to you of our location.
Ma'am, I can see my home address. It's in Mirpur, ma'am.
Can you write in the chat, please? Can you write Tasmia and Aisha and Shalom and Tahira? Can you write exactly?
I already write for you.
Oh, okay. I'll check it. I didn't see this. Sorry.
I wrote.
Let me check the chat. Okay, so let me start with Tahira, Pakistan, and the city is Quetta. Let me check this here. So we are going to your place, Tahira. And tell me if it is correct. Is Google Earth correct? Is it your city?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Salaith Town, Kili Katir. Do you have something called Kili Katir next to you? Here.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. Let me check another one. Let me check. Shalom.
Shall I wait? Shall I show you where I am living?
Yeah, you can write your exact address, and I will take you there. Let me see the one from Shalom. So Shalom wrote Stillwater, Oklahoma. Let us go there. In the US.
I wrote.
Okay, I will check it. So now he is bringing us to the US. You see, the other side of the world. So Oklahoma State University, and yes, we are next to it, right?
Yes.
Water, great. Yeah, thank you. Let me check another one. Mirpur, Dhaka, Bangladesh. This is Tasmia. Let me check this one. Yeah, most of the time Google Earth is very exact and very correct. I mean, unless the place is really not. So you see, he is turning because it's the other side of the word also. Is it correct, Tasmia? Are you in Mirpur?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is correct, ma'am.
Ma'am, you can see in here that the international the cricket stadium, the 2014 the T20 World Cup, which was held in our country in Bangladesh, and this is the stadium which is situated at the Mirpur as Shere Bangla National Cricket Stadium. Now it is the international cricket stadium.
Thank you for the information. And you have the Bangladesh National Zoo. I see the Bangladesh National Zoo.
Yes,
yeah.
All right, so the last one we are going to check is Cuba, Annaba, Algeria. So let me write this. Cuba, Annaba, Algeria. So because Aisha sent me the street, the name of the street, Google Earth is very precise. Look, he is taking us to the street. So we can see that there is a sea here because the city of Annaba in Algeria is by the sea. And this is the street exactly of where Aisha lives. You have...
Yes. I see my building.
Very interesting. It's very interesting. And the last one we are going to see is Maribad. This is, yes, Pakistan, and the city is Maribad. Okay, let's go there. Oh, we are going to the other side of the world again. Okay, we are in Mari Abad. Oh, these are mountains. How wonderful.
Yes, there is a lot of mountains.
Okay, so you have again, so this is your city here. But if you have given me then the street name, it would be more precise. And here you have another picture. Maribad is an inner eastern suburb of Quetta, capital of Pakistan's province, Balochistan province.
Yes, of course, Balochistan.
Okay, thank
Zoom
you.
it.
So I don't know how to zoom, by the way, really. I am not familiar with this again, but hold on a second. Maybe I can zoom like this. Select. Okay.
That +1
Give
here
me
and down.
the name of the street. Give me the name of the street.
Yazdan Khan.
Hold on a second. Nasıl? How? Ka Zan Han. Like this? Is it this?
I have
I'm not
in chat. Check it.
in the channel. Yazdan Han. Oh, okay. Okay. Copy. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
Yes, exactly. This is.
Oh, you see, we are in your street. Really?
Yes,
We have the Gulistan Public Park. We have a park next to
of
you.
course. Of course.
Ma'am, just a moment. I have a question to Tahira. Tahira, is there a Gulistan in Balochistan?
Of course, yes, there is.
Oh, okay. In my Dhaka, there is a Gulistan too.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. I'm so happy seeing your streets. You can use this to see the world. Thank you for attending the class. We are done. I see you next month for beginner, elementary, and upper and pre-intermediate and upper intermediate. Thank you so much and see
Thank
you.
you.